Hello, welcome, good evening. Welcome back to Tier 2 of Monday Race Club this week on the streets of Baku in Azerbaijan. Apologies for the delay, I was just sorting out the coverage and chucking it in the Discord chat. But you're here now, we're here now. Carl's here also. Back from a short break and looking forward to this, so he tells me.
I sure am.
Whose idea was to put it on Baku? I don't know.
I have no idea. And can I give a quick shout out to Night Shadow, who is a birthday boy today, as we've just found out in the Discord.
I didn't know that. Happy birthday to good old Gav.
He'll be the first one to set a lap time because he was the first one to come out the pits, because he came out just ahead of Shadow Cobra, as Martin's just been disqualified for parking in a dangerous position. And, I do hate it about this game because it is trigger happy when you're trying to give way to people.
Not even that. He might have, I didn't have a look at him, but he might have gone off around the corner potentially, and then I know that's an issue. Try to reverse back out those sort of little catchment areas.
Yeah, because you're literally reversing into oncoming traffic, so it considers it a dangerous position. So
definitely something for these guys.
He's not gonna be happy about that.
No, absolutely not, because he's not even got a lap in anger, and yeah, he's out of the session already. But that I was just about to say, it's a very kind of different track. It's very rare. Everyone kind of wants to avoid the wacky races, but we've got one here tonight.
Yeah.
A wacky racetrack that can produce some wacky races, I should say.
I don't think Night Shadow will finish this lap because I noticed him hit the wall coming out of one of the corners.
Let's just have a look. We're on board in a minute. I managed to make his way through the Scarshall section pretty well. A little bit of understeer there over the crest, big bit. So I think, and yeah, looks to me like he's lost a section of his front wing. So that is not going to help him, as he's got to be really careful not to put it in the wall.
Doesn't want to be holding Shadow Cobra up behind him either.
No, especially if Shadow Cobra is on a quick lap, which he is.
M. Pascal's just retired.
Not great, but look at this.
He's going to get such a lovely
big
toe.
hill, the wall there, and someone's in the middle of the track.
I think that's M. Pascal because it came up early that he retired.
And I think Night Shadow might. So, excuse me, Shadow Cobra. Too many shadows. Shadow Cobra will bin that one off.
Has gone back in.
Interestingly, Night Shadow did pop up saying he had the fastest lap, but obviously that is clearly 6 seconds slower. So
yeah,
just getting that lap in, and then that way he can judge everything on the delta on his next time run.
And as I told you earlier before the stream went live, we've got 3 Tier 3 standings tonight.
So we're going to be able to see what the pace that those guys have got up against the Tier 2 boys.
It's Simba, Redcar and Connor. You got Simba and Redcar in the Red Bulls, and I can't remember what car Connor's in.
Ooh.
He's in a Williams.
Well, and
there's Stubbs now out as well.
It's just retired, yeah. You got there before me.
Not a good
he's
start.
Right in the middle of the track. That's not a good way. Hopefully that goes. So my guess is it's very easy to get loose as you come through that final right-handed kink.
Yeah.
And lose the rear end. So my educated guess is that is what's happened as Fox Rivega goes second.
If it was real life, it would be a red flag because of the car being in the middle of the track.
How do you think that would work in a game like this, though?
I don't know, because do they have red flags in this game? Because they used to have red flags in the older ones, and then they removed them.
Yeah, really old ones. I think there should be an option to put those in, but
yeah,
delays and
but
stuff like that.
Just think of the hassle it would cause, though.
I was just about to say, Tier 1 sometimes it's a struggle to get it going at 8:30. Imagine what red flag periods would do. Sorry guys, we've got to wait 2 hours because the game's decided it wants to rain for that long. We'll just do what it did in Spa. Oh, as Mark Wilson gets Larry there coming up to the castle bit.
anyone who is taking part, could you drop a note in the comments whether it's going to be a dry race or not? Because I think you agree with me, Jacob. We don't want a wet race here in Baku.
I think it might have been turned off on the proviso that, yeah, a wacky race could turn into an even wackier race. Alex, meanwhile, on this
we don't want anything like Singapore. I can't remember what year it was, but the wet Singapore race.
2017.
Yes, when they had that massive pile up at the start involving both Ferraris, Max, and I think Alonso as well.
Yeah, he was involved in that. Punched a hole in the wall famously. As we see Mark Hodgson come to the end of his lap, goes fourth fastest, quickest on the soft tyre so far. Behind Alex, Emiliano and Fox River 8 on the mediums. 10 minutes to go.
I'm going to follow. Yeah, I'm going to follow Redcar to see how he does, a fellow Tier 3 driver of ours, so we'll see. I'll see how he does. But mind you, Simba's done a 144.0 and Connor has done a 150.1.
May not have been on ball for their mistakes. A Shadow Cobra at turn 3 got a bit of understeer and scraped the wall. I think he's got away with it. We will see.
Ooh, here's something for you, Jacob. Martin has said dry but chance of showers. Ooh.
Did you hear that, guys? I'm looking forward to that. That should be good. Well, I mean, that's going to be a bit of an equaliser for Martin if he can keep his nose clean. And keep his head. It's not unfeasible that someone could win from the back of the grid. I can't don't quote me on it. I'm not sure that has happened. Or
there's not.
But
would you agree as well that the long straight is mainly the only key overtaking point on this track? Because there's not a lot of overtaking chances around Baku, is there?
You can get it done at 2 and 3 if you're careful. Only if you're real careful.
Yeah.
I think it's the penultimate corner, the one where you go downhill, turn left. I think that's probably the last one.
There's not many, is there?
Not really. Shadow Cobra going third, splitting the medium runners.
I was following Redcar, as you said. He's 42.9. So compared to these guys in Tier 2, not too bad.
Holding up quite well so far. Smith 96, Alfa Romeo driver, just coming up towards the castle section now. Such a tricky corner this. Can go so wrong if you're not careful. But, Smith navigates that nicely and he is on it.
It's weird because we've got Scott and Redcar with very similar helmet designs. They've both got the Senna colour scheme.
Are they teammates?
No, you got one in the Mercedes and one in the Red Bull.
Okay, well, that's enough differentiation.
So at least they're in different cars.
Yeah. And they're now going to get to see where Smith 96 is going to put himself.
I just followed Scott through the castle section. God, I hate that section because of how tight it is.
It is literally single file through there. Smith did put himself 9th, goes 10th. After someone else got a lap in, I didn't quite see who that was. So a few drivers starting to get laps in. 3 retirements so far. We should get a biggie in the Alpha Tauri. Come on to that lead section again. Emiliano, wow. That is a quick lap time on the medium tyre, no less.
Got Scott coming down to the start-finish line now. Goes 10th with a 43.0.
And that puts Smith 96 out of their top 10. Get a big lead, got into the wall there on the right-hand side. Very, very easy to overshoot it into there. This quick left and right comes at you quicker than you think. It's harder than you think as well.
Oh yeah, especially in the wet, having to lift slight. Well, I think sometimes you have to lift even in the dry sometimes, especially depending on your tyre wear.
You have to be so accurate.
As Ghetto Biggie goes third.
That's a good lap. And top 5 separated by 0.5 of a second.
Apart from the 3 that are out the session already, the only person yet to set a lap time is Womax.
But famously, we don't have to worry about him because he has a grand old habit of this. He will not be anywhere the whole time, and then he'll suddenly pop himself
speak
P2
of the devil, he's on his outlap now.
There you go. So we're going to see what Womax, the Ferrari man, can do. Fox River 8 we're looking at the minute on medium tyres. I think he's just set a lap. This is one thing that I've noticed as well. You know, is it possible to do a two lap timed run? I don't think it is, because it's the ERS.
I'm not too sure. Yeah,
I've given it a go, and it is so difficult. You either need to recognise real early, and then back out, and then turn your ERS off, so it can charge, and then give it another go.
Mind you, there is quite a lot of heavy braking zones in certain places, so I think it is possible as long as you turn your ERS off, like you say.
You have to be super skilled with it. And, look at this. Fox River 8 is up by 0.6 of a second, but I have a feeling he's going to have that lap time discounted because it looked to me like he did go over track limits. But we're going to find out and see if this lap was in fact disqualified or if it counts. And that answer is an emphatic yes. Look at that. 1:41.462 on the medium tyres. So push those track limits to their limits. But comes out on top. That was a good lap. I'm really glad we got to see all of that.
You definitely. I caught it towards the end as you were coming down the long straight. But yeah, you've got because I'm not sure, but I don't. If I was Emiliano and Fox, because they set their fastest times on the medium tyres, do you really think it's worth the risk going a run on the softs? Because if they do, they'll end up starting on the softs.
I think because they, from an outside perspective, I think because they're top 5.
Yeah.
I don't think they necessarily have to worry, especially if there's the, you know, as I've seen that Shadow get a little bit leery there up towards that castle. Oh, he's going so careful there, and don't blame it. It's so tricky through this section. Because the car goes light, and then as you're turning at the same time, it just wants to spin. And you're doing everything in your power to go through there as quickly as possible and not have it spin on you. Let's see whereabouts in the time he's quicker or not. He's down by 2 seconds, so I should imagine if he chooses to come in, he can get back in and out again. Because the final runs are coming up.
Red car's just clipped the wall on his current fastest lap. But he's still going. He clipped the wall. I'm not very good with corners around Baku because I hardly race around it.
Well, they don't even have. It's just literally there's like 24 turns and.
And he's his right. I'd say his right rear clipped the inside wall in the corners leading up to where the castle section is. He turned in and his right rear clipped that inside wall as he was coming round, and it just literally, that's it, goodbye, round you go. And that's the problem with that corner. You try and shave that much off, it's very easy to clip that inside wall, because I've done it many times in a career race or whatnot.
It can definitely go against you. And something else that can go against you is definitely traffic. Shadow Cobra getting quite a bit of that now. Oh, he's taken a big bit of curb there on the penultimate couple of corners. He is up by a tenth and a half. But I'm not sure if that lap is going to count. Fox River 8 is in the pit, so he's not going to improve. So he's on provisional pole right now. Shadow Cobra, is he going to be able to usurp him in any way? Keeps over to that right hand side, quickest way to the line, and it is quicker but not enough to move him up any places.
Guy's gone pole.
Wow,
41.1 on those softs.
That's an incredible lap, and pushes Fox River 8 out, who won't get a chance to set his lap again.
Rumax is retired,
so wasn't able to get out as is customary for him. Smith 96 pops himself in second. So track starting to rubber in now. Drivers finding
Fox ain't
more
got time.
confidence.
Fox ain't got time to come out and do another lap. So if anything's to show with the times that the soft tyres are doing now that the track's rubbered in, I think he could drop down at least another 1 or 2 places, maybe, especially with Emiliano out there on softs and Alex as well. But Alex is only on an out lap.
And he's guaranteed himself that strategy, and
yeah, that alternate strategy.
Absolutely, and you know, to be high up on there when everyone else, it's not a bad place to be.
No,
it's just you've got the pace. Shadow Cobra looks like he's got the pace. Emiliano looks like he's got the pace. He's got 5/10 quicker. Getting big, he's retired from the session, and don't know whereabouts on the track that is. I don't want to cut away from this lap. I want to see where Emiliano can get to.
I'm following Shadow Cobra, his teammate. He's on the medium tyres though.
And Emiliano, look at
40.7.
So it'll be an Alpine on pole. Shadow Cobra, whereabouts?
Shadow Cobra is second with a 40.9 on mediums. So bloody hell.
So it is a Alpine 1-2.
I would definitely have to say, when it comes to Tier 2, the strongest pairing has to be the Alpine pairing.
They do look pretty good, and I think this is an in-lap here for Grimo. Yes, it is. Scott 83. He was 100th quicker in the first sector. And this one looks absolutely nailed on, nice and smooth through there. Doesn't get the curb kick up the bump. And look at that, he's 4/10 quicker, runs a little bit wide though, and that is going to affect his speed all the way down this straight. He'll be the last one to finish a lap. Where's this going to be, or is he going to come in?
Improves to 12th, looking at it.
Improves to 12th and pushes red card down, so that's your grid right there. It's an Alpine 1-2. Emiliano, the quicker of the pair. Shadow Cobra in second. Guy, great lap to put himself third. Smith 96 fourth. Fox River 8 behind his title rival there in fifth. And I believe, actually no I don't, no. I always get my tiers mixed up. But these guys are in the fight for the championship, Fox River 8 and Shadow Cobra.
As qualifying's just finished, Jacob, I've just noticed something else in the comments that Martin put earlier in. He's apparently said that only Tier 3 is guaranteed dry in settings this week.
There you go.
So I think we're guaranteed a dry race on Wednesday.
Someone has heard our call, and we'll be okay.
After Silverstone, we earned it.
Yeah. But with these two, Tier 2 is Emiliano on pole, followed by his Alpine team at Shadow Cobra. Guy, look at that, third place. Smith 96 in the Alfa Romeo, completing row 2. Fox River 8, Alex rounding out row 3 on the medium tyres. Get a biggie, Mark Hodgson, Grimmer 83 and BGR complete that top 10. Vans Racing and Scott 11 and 12th. Red Car Rambo, Night Shadow 13th and 14th. Simba is in 15th. Connor 16th, and Stoob, Wimax, Paskov and Single Track unfortunately 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th. Didn't set a time. Single Track was disqualified for reasons unbeknown to us. He has mentioned that there will be a light chance of rain in this race, so stay tuned for this one. As in regards to the title fight, Shadow Cobra is still leading by 10 points over his rival from Fox River 8, so he's taking the advantage in the race, for the race rather. And yeah, we will see what happens very, very shortly. You're always kind of anticipating any sort of glitches. You're kind of like, oh, is this going to work? Every single time. It cuts away.
You just casually stand there or sitting there with your fingers crossed behind your back.
Literally, you're just waiting. Obviously, we had some major issues last week in Tier 1.
I didn't watch it because I was doing something else, but I noticed you ended up having 2 streams in it, and I noticed there was a lot of problems with it. So
it was so weird. We were doing it, and it was absolutely fine. And then
I was actually glad I wasn't in the comms box last. Well, I wouldn't have been doing Tier 1 anyway, so double positive there.
But I just
You didn't know what to say.
Well, like, what is that?
Hey, up, Connor's left session already.
And it starts.
I'll keep an eye out on that. Because the last thing we want is, like you say, a repeat of last week, especially that with Tier 1 with the glitches.
Exactly that. Well, just go through this now for you then. So, Emiliano, he's on pole. Got it done on the soft tyre. His teammate Shadow Cobra behind in second. Will start on the medium. So split strategy there from the Alpine boys. They're not going to get caught up in the pits, or at least they shouldn't. Guy in third position. Smith 96 behind in fourth. Fox River 8 completing that top 5. His title rival 3 places ahead. Alex in the McLaren putting a few standout performances so far this season. Hasn't quite worked out for him, but he's always in the conversation. He starts P6 here tonight. Get a biggie is P7, and Mark Hodgson, and he's I think he's changed actually his helmet livery from the doesn't have the
I'll keep a little eye out
anymore, so he doesn't have that anymore, but he will start 8th. And
yes, he's got the default helmet on,
the default one, and Brimo is in 9th, and BGR lead Ferrari here tonight, starting 10th. Vans Racing behind in 11th in the Haas, and Scott 83, Mark Hodgson, teammate there, in 12th place. Red car just behind. Night Shadow starting on the medium tyres also, and in fact that is the way for the rest of the runners. Simba in 15th has gone for that option, as has Connor in 16th, Stoob in 17th. Wimax in 18th, 19th, and Paskov, he's had a moment there up at the top of the castle section. Get that turn round, get that going, no harm done. And Single Track a little bit further up the road by virtue of that spin. We'll start from the back of the grid, having had an unfortunate and weird disqualification. So those are your runners, those are your tyres.
Quickly going back to Paskov spinning in the castle section. Would that cause any damage to the car whilst... Oh, he's been disqualified as well from the thing, so he's just going to be sitting there on the grid now.
My answer to that is no, because it's formation lap, and so if something happens, it doesn't really register the damage on there, so he'll get away with that one. But
Connor's left the session again.
He's having some internet connection issues. That has been a theme of this year, probably will be of this game.
Don't remind me.
Yeah, I won't, mate, I won't. But we'll get going ready for this one. This is going to be an absolutely wild and crazy ride. Do stick with us. Lights will be coming on very, very shortly. Here we go then, customary glitch on the left hand side, ignore that, focus on the lights, 5 lights. And we're out and away we go. Witcher, the 2 Alpine teammates, is going to get into turn 1 first. I think Shadow Cobra's actually got a wicked getaway. Look at that. And both the Alpines have been spun round there. Was focusing so much on those 2 that one of the I think Emiliano braked a bit too early, got a bit of a tap, and look at that.
Oh boy,
but that has gone.
The bus.
That has gone incredibly badly.
Whilst you were going through all that, Alex has got a 5-second penalty already for causing a severe collision.
So that might be because that might be what spun Emiliano round.
And Smith has also got 5 seconds as well.
Both Alpines started first and second, they're now 19th and 20th. I told you anything could happen in this race. Guy inherits that lead. Fox River 8 up to second. He can't believe his luck. I guarantee that. Mark Hodgson up 5 places into third. Those are your pit stop strategies. Looking at a potential 2-stop. And we do have a hint of rain here potentially tonight as I'm going through the castle section for the first time and everyone just kind of crawling slowly through there. But to go back to the 2 Alpines, I'm not quite sure what happened there. It looked like Emiliano got a slow getaway as Mark Hodgson comes through the corner. Smith 96 up on the inside. And Tom Rosso looking to go through as well. And I think
Mark clipped the wall on the outside as Smith was going through on the inside, because there was a bit of a ricochet and then a bit of a ricochet into Smith as well.
And he might have had some damage on his front wing because Mark has gone wide there on that penultimate corner. Got to keep it careful through this left-hand right. It's going to be really slow and he's going to back everybody up.
He's having to lift. He's having to lift through there.
So
I would like to be in his shoes.
The two Alpines have had an absolute disaster, quite frankly, in the opening lap, and now Mark Hodgson's having to come in. He's lost his front wing, but he just gets away with losing that and that only. M. Paskov, our first retirement from this race. We've got a virtual safety car, and I think, Carl, that was needed because he needed to slow this one down. Big winner in that.
I think it was a very hectic, especially on the first lap, and to be honest, I think you'd have to agree with me that it was going to be quite a hectic one. I mean, there was it all kicked off in that first corner, especially with the 2 Alpines of Emiliano and Shadow Cobra.
Shadow Cobra got an absolutely lightning getaway, and it was absolutely fine to go for the move because he was alongside, as we see Red Car Rambo overshoot his mark.
Whatever happened in that first corner, I think that'll be going straight into the steward's room, and that's just my opinion, as Scott's just lost it and under the virtual safety car and just hit the wall, losing his front wing.
Oh no.
But we're back into green now.
So both Mercedes having to pit for front wings within a matter of laps. The 2 Alpines now are 12th and 3rd. Guy getting away from Fox River 8. But I mean, the 2 Alpines, I mean, how unlucky can you be, first and second, and then by the time you get out of turn 1, you're 19th and 20th. Both McLaren's pitted within that as well. Big winner after 2 laps then is Stoop. He's gone up 11 places to 6th, and the biggest loser you have to say is going to be the 2 Alpines, down 10 and 12 places respectively. Alex within that as well.
I think I just caught Smith on the other end of collecting his car. I think he spun it because he's just dropped a few places, and yes, he's coming into the pit, so he's probably damaged the car as well.
Cannot see, unfortunately, which is so annoying. And there you can see on the left hand side who has taken a stop, who has not. All of this is helping the Alpines, bringing them back into play. Up the top, Guy managed to take out that second gap he needs on Fox River 8, and hopefully we'll just start to find a bit of a time to settle. So it's not been a good day for teammates so far, and I think BGO has had a big one, and he's trying to get that turn around, maybe overshot his braking point again. The Alpines go through, Shadow Cobra back into the points, trying to rejoin safely. Well done there, mate. It can be all too easy to get a bit too over eager and try and get back out there, but he's done the right thing and everyone got past. And we've got 5 people who've made
Fox
a pit
River
stop.
8's has spun it in the castle section because he's ghosted and he's literally at 90 degrees in the middle of the castle section. He ain't going to get that turn round.
That's going to hurt his tyres. And so the championship picture was looking like Fox
If
River 8.
it disqualifies him, I think that's going to be the biggest no-no ever, in my opinion, because there's just very little room in that castle section to get it turned round.
It's very little grip as well, and luckily he's managed to be able to do so. Hopefully, the front wing wise, he will be able to cope. I doubt it though, and he will probably have to come in. But you know, the championship picture is just the pendulum is swinging one way and forth. First, it looked like Fox River 8 was going to get a big help in the points, and now he might have to come in. I think he's going to stay out.
Stubbs just gone down the inside of Grimo, but Grimo's got the position back because Stubbs slightly ran wide into the first corner. But now Stubbs going to look at having a go back at him again in the second DRS zone. Stubbs on the outside, Grimo on the inside. But Stubbs makes the move this time round, gets up into third place on those medium tyres.
Good bit of clean racing from both of them. Meanwhile, up top, look at this. Guy is 10 seconds clear nearly of Ghetto Biggie. Of course, that could always change around here.
Just need to say 2 words, but I don't want to jinx it.
No, I'm not going to. I was trying to avoid it, and we have still just about. Stoop 344 is having a fantastic race up in third. It must be said. He's on the medium tyre, kept his way out. Traveled very wide there, but harmless. And he's looking good to go long. And I think Biggie made a bit of a mistake. He's nearly getting in that 1 second window. So Stoop is absolutely on it. Biggie looks like he's coming into the pits. Yes, he is. Look at that. Stoop goes past. So up to second. Then for the Aston Martin man, which I know somebody will be very pleased about.
Emiliano looking to challenge Emiliano's pitting.
Is there any front wing damage on that, or is he just trying to do strategy?
I'm on board with him as Ghetto Biggie's gone for the hard tyres. Emiliano's gone on to mediums.
No nose then.
No.
And
normal.
As Ghetto Biggie was coming out of his box, he didn't spot Alex coming up there on his right hand side, and he lets him through to let him know that he didn't mean any harm by that one. Just didn't spot him there on the outside, and very nearly that could have ended very badly. And it does, because Alex has gone straight on into the wall at turn 3. And that is going to affect his front downforce levels no end.
That's the only problem I've got with the pit exit at Baku, because you're literally exiting on almost straight into the racing line, into a corner.
It's just another thing for these guys to think about, and I mean us too on Wednesday, you know.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I ain't done any practice yet, because I'm dreading it.
Oh, I think somebody has gone around somewhere, I'm not quite sure. I think they got themselves picked up pretty quickly.
We've got Vans in the slipstream of Grimo. Going down the start-finish straight. But Grimo's pitting.
So 4 or 5 laps on these tyres then, it seems. We're on lap 6 now. Guy now 12 seconds ahead of Stoop, but I mean Stoop's done fantastically well to get himself into third. Grimbo's managed to get himself into the pits, and I think I was just saying about Stoop, and that is the commentator's curse and its effect right there for you, because I've stated he was having a fantastic race. We cut to him, and unfortunately he has had a spin, and I can see damage on his front wing.
Strike 1 to your name.
Sorry, yeah, short one up.
Strike one to your name.
But he will need to come in for a new nose, I should imagine. Alex taking his pit stop now, and do you know what? I'm absolutely surprised we haven't had a safety car. I said it. Just yet.
Clock started now.
Yeah, because it looks like this has been a real challenge for these guys here tonight, and you know, we're not even halfway through, and we're not even in the wet. Oh, no. Shadow Cobra just cut to him, and he's got a little bit loose there out of the castle section. I think he possibly hit his front wing.
I'm just following Guy to see if he goes into the pits on this lap. He's got a 13.6 second lead over Vans, who's now in second after Stu made the mistake. And yes, Guy's coming in. Guy's coming in.
I think Shadow Cobra will have to come in.
Safety car
as well, and that is
the safety car has literally come out as Guy went into the pits.
Who was that potentially for? And that is for Gay Biggie, because look, it's just approaching the castle section, causing a blockage. So that is why the safety car will have been called there, and that of course allows the top guys to get onto a look at that, and that has just benefited Guy fantastically. Who doesn't even lose a position. Rumax is right there, but he won't be able to overtake. There you go. Vans Racing, interestingly, and Fox River 8 on the hard tyres.
Shadow Cobra has gone softs.
Question is, will there be another safety car during this race?
Well, it's on reduced, so if we've had a lot of like yellow flags and whatnot of people, especially also Fox River 8, like losing it in the castle section, and we just had a virtual safety car, and now we've actually got a full safety car now. It's a possibility, but it's probably going to be unlikely with it being on reduced. But only time will tell, because we're only 7 laps in out of 26. We've got about 19, 20 laps still to go.
And they're long. It's a long lap as well.
It is. It feels longer. It feels longer than it actually is.
Well, you know, when you're doing your normal qualifying and you think, well, you know, 2 minutes I can get out and just start a lap in that time. There's no guarantee you'll do that around here, so you have to leave at least 3. And this has come back to what I was saying about earlier. You know, is it possible to do a 2-time lap run?
It's
so long.
It's a bit of a stretch, isn't it?
Oh, excuse me, sorry about that. I accidentally clicked the PS button. We lost the stream there momentarily. Do apologise. It is a weird one, and of course you've got all these little quirks that the track has, like, you know, the pit exit, pit entrance even. So all these little things to consider, as well as the walls, and that's what obviously makes it a big challenge. Guy, look at that, he's up there in the lead, taking a stop from Fresh Medium's Rumax behind in second, just taking a stop. Okay, yeah, 6 laps on those tyres. Vans Racing, first of our hard runners, followed by Simba, reserving here tonight from Tier 3. Fox River 8 there, back in 5th, on the hard tyre, so can go to the end if there's no stoppages or anything like that. Mark Hodgson just behind in 6th, Grimo 7th. The 2 Alpines have recovered to 8th and 9th. And Night Shadow completes that top 10. But I would imagine that the Alpine boys would potentially look to change things around.
Oh, definitely, and they're probably looking at working together to try and get back up the order as well, because they have been like line astern pretty much since the mishap into turn 1, whatever happened. I was watching the second half of the grid, so I didn't actually see what happened.
At the start, it was such a weird one. It's just a mix of concertina.
Yeah, and it's such a short run to the first corner as well.
yeah, you don't quite know where to brake. It's difficult to judge. So I mean, it might, I don't know, it might go to the stewards, but it also might get chalked up as a racing incident.
Yeah.
I think, you know, there's
I mean, they've already said that it probably, they are predicting quite a long night in the stewards' room tonight. I won't put it past that, but yeah. I mean, what doesn't help as well is I think this is the first official street race, the street circuit that we've actually run in this league. If my mind serves me correct, the only person I could probably answer that to would be Martin himself. But I think this is the first street circuit we've actually used, like proper street circuit, because there's safety cars in this lap, because we've used Canada, which is a hybrid of the two, same as Albert Park in Australia, that's a hybrid of the two as well. We haven't actually used a proper street circuit before in this league, I don't think, so this is a learning curve for everybody.
Exactly, me and you as well, but the unknown creates excitement.
Indeed,
and,
it does.
I think Guy, he looked like he was about to go then, but
he's gone now. But
he's slowing it down.
Dear.
He's really slowed it down, and everyone's getting into each other.
No.
You're not supposed to do that. You've got to move in. And Max and I think a Mercedes, Mark Hodgson is getting involved in there. He's gone round, and this has got to calm down, and hopefully they'll be able to sort of filter each other through. That was a bit crazy there again, and I mean, I don't want to point fingers.
Scott's stuck in the middle of the track. He's not DNF'd or anything, but the car's not moving.
I can actually see. Oh no,
he started going again, but that was weird. It was like he was stuck in the middle of the track, not moving. He hadn't hit the wall or anything. He was just stuck there in the middle of the corner.
Cut to that just then, and yes, you're right, that was odd, but back to the action, it's still kicking off. Vans Racing, Fox River 8 following.
Oh, Constantina towards the back of the pack again, going as Martin's round.
Stubb's gone directly on Grimo into the wall at the castle section, and that's holding everybody else up, and this has got to be another safety car surely. Stubb reversing, trying to get it back on track. His race has gone from absolutely brilliant to the worst. He was P2, he's now P17. It's just unfortunate there for everybody. But I mean, the restart, let's be fair, it wasn't great.
I'm just speaking my mind here. But Guy, I am ashamed of you, because that was dangerous. That was absolutely dangerous. But that's the only problem with the start with Baku, because it's just a long straight, and the safety car literally comes in all of a sudden, and you got But yeah, that was a very dangerous restart in my opinion.
It might have been a case of just a sort of hesitation. I'm not really quite sure, but it's all about keeping a nice and steady pace and just ensuring that no one gets boxed up like it did there.
Rob's just gave me a bit of information in the stream chat. We used Baku in the MRC X. And it was either, and we had, if you remember, we had a vote before the season started, and it was this, Monaco or Singapore.
Oh yeah, that was it. I put my name in the hat for this one. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, so did I.
Sorry, guys. We've done. Me and Carl have done you over.
I don't think anyone went for Monaco.
No, absolutely not. Shadow Cobra, look at this. He's right on the back of Wumax, and this will put him back to the position that he started in. Quite the redemption drive from him. Will stick with him. As as he's right up there, and now he's got that DRS open. He hasn't even got it open. He will do now. He's got that one done.
As you got Fox has just made a move just behind that as well. And Emiliano's making a move as well.
Emiliano's looking to go around the outside. I think he might have done that, has he not? Look at that. We're going to be 3 wide down into 2. Oh, look at that. Vans Racing trying to squeeze his way through up on Emiliano. He's done it.
Ooh.
Mark Hodgson putting himself in the fight as well. Thinks about going for the move, thinks better off. It has to defend from Emiliano, who's trying to get up on the outside. Mark Hodgson says absolutely not. And I think Night Shadow red card might have got an incident, or Alex has overtaken him further back. Ooh, big whack on the tyre wall there for Mark. And after that absolute madness of the safety car, I think we're just starting to get settled down a bit. I don't see any changing weather conditions.
No, no, not just yet, because there's still sun out, and it hasn't got dark yet. So yeah, I'm not sure the rain's going to affect this race much, in my opinion, looking at it. Well, and everyone's looking rather spaced apart at the moment now.
Apart from Vans Racing and Mark Hodgson, they're within, as well as Emiliano.
I mean, single tracks gone past BGR now. So Martin's up to 12th.
We've got these 3, Vans Racing, Mark Hodgson and Emiliano, all tight together. Single track's just gone past. Oh no, that was because of a pit stop. And yellow flag out now.
We've had that many yellows, but not a safety car again. As Emiliano, as Mark's dropping places. Yeah, I've just cut to Mark, and he's probably made a mistake somewhere.
I think he might have gone on a bit too far, and I think he got out of that one before he hit the wall.
That's the only problem with the street circuit as well. If you outbrake yourself, there's literally nowhere to go, because there's zero runoff in certain places.
Kiss your race goodnight. Fox River 8 closing down Max now, making good use of those hard tyres. Of course, he'll be able to go to the end. So providing there isn't a late twist here, he should be in a good position, because Shadow Cobra out the road still has to pit. I doubt he'll be able to go 14 laps on those softs as Wumax hits the wall.
Alex is lining up Smith into the long straight down to the start finish. He's lining him up as he's now got the DRS open. He's going alongside as Smith's deciding to pit anyway, so that's Alex up into P7 now.
Let's go back to Fox River 8, because he is pressuring that Ferrari still.
12 lap old mediums
versus
compared to 5 lap old.
You'd think that the performance is actually quite similar.
Yeah, you would think that.
But it does look like Fox River 8 just has that much more superior grip. I say that, he very nearly loses it. And all that progress that he did make, he's now going to have to try and make again.
Kicking his leg out the corner. think Emiliano will probably look at making a move on Vans down into the DRS zone, but he's cut that corner a bit, if I must admit.
Gave it a good old go there, maybe a bit over exuberant on that occasion.
Sliced it like a cutting knife through cheese. But yeah, he's going to probably most likely have a run on Vans in the DRS zone. He's got in that slipstream. Pulls alongside.
Job done.
And the slipstream round back, especially on that start-finish straight, is so overpowering, especially when you got DRS as well.
Yeah, it's something like 15-20 kilometre miles an hour quicker, and I think we're going to see a change for third position. Max defending into 3, and Fox River 8 doing everything you can to try and get past, but it's just so difficult to pass in the infield, the middle part of this track, I mean.
I've just cut to BGR and Simba, as BGR is now looking to do exactly the same as what Emiliano did. And he does. DRS and slipstream into the corner, but outbrakes himself. Really badly outbrakes himself. Does a Lewis Hamilton without locking up.
I can see him trying to get that thing turned around now, gets himself going, but unfortunately losing out Steve will go through.
The gap to the front is now under around 2 seconds thereabouts between Shadow and Guy.
Shadow's tyres will be going off, so it'll be interesting to see when he decides to take his pit stop. Look at this, Fox River 8, this is the closest that he's been to Rumax probably all evening. DRS open there, you heard the beep. I think Rumax is going to come in and pit.
He has.
So he's released that Aston Martin. And he can now get after his championship rival. He needs to close 10 points. Just needs to make sure it's within 25 points here tonight. Shadow Cobra scores 16. It is over. We've got a very slow Mercedes there, I think. He was ghosted, had a mistake there. Possibly
red cars in the slipstream of Night Shadow. Down round the straight past him on the outside before the braking zone, so he can easily hit his braking point, make the corner. That's red car past Night Shadow into 12th place now. Both of them on 2 lap old mediums, so still freshly going.
And Alex is right up there with Vans Racing.
And the same with Smith with Martin, single track. They're close together as well. Martin on 12 lap old mediums. So he's probably feeling the strain at the moment with those tyres.
Absolutely, and I mean, he's done really well to get himself back into...
oh, he has, especially after that, I would say, unfair disqualification in qualifying. But there's nothing we can do if it's a penalty or disqualification in qualifying. There's no way to correct it.
Absolutely nice. Alex, you can see there, he's going up on the inside of Vans Racing down the main straight, gets the move done before the braking zone, and that is 5th place for the McLaren driver, as there's an 8-second gap further back to Mark, who's running a little bit of a lonely 7th place at the minute. Rumax 8 seconds further back, of course. He's taking his pit stop, interestingly, on the hard tyres. So maybe just wants to cover his back.
I think Martin got a better exit going into the long straight, because Smith was slightly too far back to get past him in the DRS zone. So I think Martin must have had a better exit out of that S part before the long straight. Mind you, he has gone round the out, looking to go round the outside in DRS. Yeah, he's made the move stick on the outside, going between turns 2 and 3.
Some progress for the Alfa Romeo driver, single track back down to 10th. And I'm just looking at that gap between Shadow and Guy. It's hovering around sort of 2.2 to 2.2 seconds at the minute.
How much time do you lose in the pit lane round Baku? On average, what would you say it is? As he's pitted, as I've just said that, so we'll find out where he'll come out.
So I think, I mean, I'm not going to. It's quite a short pit lane, so I should imagine max 23 to 25 seconds maximum.
Well, it's gone to the medium tyres. And he's going to come out comfortably in 6th place ahead of Mark, because, like you say, Mark's in no man's land. Well, he's now pitted, so. And he's pitted for the soft tyre, but he's serving a 5-second penalty. That were a slow getaway. Oh, it was lagging. My apologies.
There we go, just under 10 laps to go in this one. And Guy is leading now by 10 seconds from Foxwhip at 8. Guy on the mediums, Foxwhip 8 on the hards. We've had one safety car. Emiliano done well to work his way back into P3. His teammate, championship leader, is in 6th place currently, just taking a pit stop. Of course, these guys started 1st and 2nd, and down to the last place by the end of lap 1. Done really well to work their way back into contention. Alex is 4th, and Vans Racing is 5th.
Coming under immense pressure from Shadow Cobra, who's on those fresher medium tyres.
Just cut to it now.
As Shadow Cobra's just breezed around the outside, getting a better exit.
Beautiful move that.
Just got the move done before the DRS zone. I wonder if Vans will get the DRS though off of here. I'm not sure.
Shadow Cobra surely is going to get that DRS.
Alex has pitted, and so's Emiliano. They've just pitted, so that's Shadow Cobra back up to 3rd. He's got 7 seconds to his championship rival now.
Should be able to see Simba in 2nd. My guess is losing out the left and right here. Yep, you can see the wall on the right hand side. Surprised that hasn't triggered a safety car.
It's amazing how much reduced does on a safety car, because even in real life that would be a safety car, because it's going to the real F1 with Stroll's and Verstappen's blowouts.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but we've got 3 cars in the wall at turn 2. We've got Red Bull, an Alfa Romeo, and Mark Hodgson in that Mercedes, and that is Grimo, red car. Well, and of course,
there's red car has literally lost his front wing. I don't know why he was weaving or whatnot, but
that's brought out the safety car. So
there we go.
Red car decided, well, it is frustration at the end of the day. I don't know what the incident or anything that happened there, but red car going left to right, that has triggered a safety car. BGR...
What he was I think he was trying to gather the car back up, and
oh yeah, could potentially putting the power
the
down.
Car, and he pranged the wall, losing his entire front wing. And because he's got no front wing and he was trying to gather the car back up, it just spat him back into the wall again.
Well, Shadow Cobra's decided to stay out on mediums. Guy and Foxwhip at 8 have gone for softs behind. I should imagine everybody else is going to go for softs. I don't know. Emiliano has decided to stay out too. Womack's racing. Womack's are exiting the pits. Excuse me, Womack's is still in the pits. This is obviously going to help sink the track. Because now,
most definitely,
he's going to basically get a free pit stop and hopefully hang on in there in the points. Oh, and now he's going to have to chase Renault's just enter the pit.
Has he just hit the wall on the way into the pit lane?
Well, I don't know whether it was a glitch or whether that's real. It looks real because he's changing his front wing. I mean...
Not what you want.
Not what you want, but he's not going to lose as much time as if it
no.
were done under green flag. Back into the race, he will go on a fresh set of boots.
Just looking at penalties, there are no penalties apart from Connor, who's got 8 seconds.
That... well, I mean...
That is surprising. No, I'm not being disrespectful here, but that is surprising.
I don't know whether it's because, you know, there's literally nowhere to get a penalty. Really? That's true here. There's not many places that you can get a corner cut or exceeding track limits, because if you exceed track limits, you've gone through the wall. Yeah. That's the thing, this track forces you to respect it.
I'm just looking at the amount of stops people have done as well. You've got Shadow Cobra done 2, Guy 2, Fox 2, Emiliano 2, Alex has done 3, Vans 2, Smith 2, Womack's 2, Stube 2, Martin 2, Mark's done 3, Night Shadow's done 3, Grimo 3, Connor's done 5, BGR's done 5, and Scott's done 4.
It's case expected, I think, as well on
yeah.
this sort of circuit. I think if we didn't have
but as we found out with what Rob said as well, it's only our second time using a street circuit, because we used Baku in the MRCX. And I'm trying to think, did I commentate on that one? I can't remember. I can't remember off the top of my head if I commentated on it or not.
I'm not too sure myself. Interestingly, championship-wise, if it was finished as it is now, Shadow Cobra would have a 20-point lead going into the final round in Canada next week.
Ooh. Which means you'd just have to finish ahead of Fox then,
more or less.
In Canada.
Yeah, more or less, and or at least finish with 6 points in hand, which is a 7th place. So there's your permutations, and this is a big 6 laps coming up for Fox River 8 right now. You can sense he would know that. He's probably worked this all out in his head already.
But ain't it natural in a racer to literally, as Smith and Vans have got 5 seconds under the safety car, so they're probably coming together. But just as I was just about to say before the 5 seconds was dished out, wouldn't the inner racer naturally want to go for even if you know you need a big performance for the championship? Wouldn't the inner racer want to do a big performance anyway? I mean, the same with Shadow Cobra.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because for everyone, the inner racer wants to come first, regardless. That's just the inner racer in everyone. They want to win the race regardless.
I think Shadow Cobra's aiming to do that. I think after the start, he thought probably not going to happen, and now look at him. Same with Fox River 8, he would have seen that, and he's got 2 cars ahead of him out of position, and yeah, I mean, it's a big 5 laps in the sense that...
Let's just see how Shadow Cobra goes about this restart, because we've seen what Guy was like.
Of course, we've got
all seems to be smooth at the moment. He's gone now.
I think he's gone now.
A lot smoother.
That
is brilliant. That's a brilliant restart.
He's left Guy absolutely napping there, and Fox River 8 going through in 3rd as well, and everyone is seeming to get through this first corner pretty well.
Got the ghost of Connor there moving out the way. That's probably AI.
And I think Vans Racing just had a moment there because he's got Smith 96 and Womack to get past him too. Going up the top, look at that, Emiliano trying to help out his teammate, try and get past a lap car who's had a bit of a moment and has now done so. Now he can get after Fox River 8 and try and help out his teammate who is up top and leading this race. But Shadow Cobra is absolutely dropped Guy, look at that. Nearly, well, it's 1.5 seconds. And don't know who's winning. I think that might be Connor's ghosted car.
Yeah, I mean, you've also got the ghost car of Scott as well. That's people are having to get past as well towards the back of the pack as well. Because I've just been flicking through down the order to see if anything goes. Oh boy, Grimo literally yeeting it down down in the inside into one of the corners, and almost caused himself and Night Shadow almost to end the races, but they both hit the wall. But he went for a move down the inside and caught the corner and near enough caused them both to finish the races because they both ended up going into the wall on the exits.
Mark Hodgson single track going for it down into turn one. I can see Alex has got past Emiliano there, still having it out up the front. Look at that side by side into two. I think someone's gone very deep, and I think that might be the ghost of Williams there that's retired. It looked like he did, but Alex managed to get past Emiliano, so he couldn't help his teammate out up top. Fox River 8 still following Guy in third. And the top three now starting to get away from the rest of them.
We've got Martin trying to apply pressure to the back of Stu.
We've got another safety car.
Oh, I bet that was for Connors Williams, I bet.
I think so, yeah. We did see it trying to keep out of the way, and then it went into the pit wall. But now this is interesting. So we've got 4 laps to go. What do you do if you're Shadow Cobra?
Because it's so close to the end, and I've pointed this out to a few people, and I think Rob as well, because it's so close to the end, the safety car will come out, but will probably go back in on the very same lap it comes out, because of it being so close to the end.
Exactly, and not only that, we've just had a safety car, so in which the field was all bunched up. So, I mean, if he were to stop, he would drop so many places. So he's got no choice but to stay out on this occasion.
He's got to stay out. He's got, like you say, he's got no choice. He's got to stay out and hold that track position.
Which he has done.
All he needs to do is pull off a restart like he did the last safety car. But like I said, because it's so close, I can see drops of rain.
Let's have a look.
I can see drops of rain.
Oh yes. Yeah, you go on board and look, you can see it. So, this is gonna absolutely torment the drivers. What do? Do they come in and stop? You know, especially on the safety car. I mean, that's quite a bit of bait there. Do they look to tough it out, or does someone go on the inters?
Grimo's gone to inters. Grimo's gone to inters.
So he's taken a gamble then, nothing else to lose. Why not? And of course, if the safety car takes stays
BGR's
up a long
gone
time,
for inters as well.
And because it goes slower, more rain will fall.
But like I said, my prediction is the safety car will be coming in this lap as well.
But then look at Scott and, Grimo and BGR, they're quite some time behind.
I think it's just to do with the programming of the game, because it's so close to the end of the race that the safety car will literally just come in and come out and then go back in again, so at least we get a race to the finish. I think that's probably just in the programming of the game. That's just my hunch.
We will wait and see.
Because we've had a few late safety cars this season, whether it's Tier 1, Tier 2 or Tier 3, but I say Tier 3, we hardly get them.
Well, we've had 3 in this race, which is kind of about what I would expect. Look at that,
Yeah.
the rain is really starting to fall now.
So I think the safety car's staying out for another lap, so my hunch is wrong, so I'll just shut up now.
Well, this is the thing, look at that, it's really getting wet now, so what are these
You
guys going to do?
You can see it on the track as well.
Oh, look at that, that's a great shot.
This is the opposite. This is the complete opposite to us from last week, because we were literally finishing on a bone dry track at Silverstone.
Exactly, whereas now these guys are going to have a decision to make. Look at that guy's trying to break the distance and find out what he's going to do up ahead. He's not going to come in. Who else? Is anybody else brave enough to make that decision? We've got a few. There we go. We've got Smith coming in. He's coming in for intermediate tyres. Womax, Vans Racing.
I think everyone behind the top 5 are going to come in, yes.
Look, and they're really struggling, look, to even get it slowed down under safety car.
Yeah, I've just seen Emiliano in the background, literally just slightly run wide.
And this is going to be really bad for the Alpines.
Oh, dear.
And look at this, so you can see how much more difficult it is.
If I was Guy, I wouldn't be weaving the car to keep heating those tyres. I'd just try and keep it in a straight line if I were him. Because as he just tiny clipped the wall there, I don't know if it's done much damage, but they are really struggling now on those dry tyres on this wet track.
And because the heat has gone out of them.
It's, yeah, the heat, when it starts raining, the heat in those dry tyres just plummet. And it's very difficult to get heat back in them again.
And now look at, I think there's been a mistake a bit further down. Grimo's got into the wall, yes, and he's allowed a few people ahead of the safety car. Oh, we're going to see some 5 seconds now. We're going to see a lot of 5-second penalties getting dished out. I'll be surprised if we don't.
Haven't, none have cropped up yet.
He's got away with that one then.
It's about 5 seconds
but look
to Womax.
Yep, you can see it now. So they've nearly caught up to the safety car, these guys on intermediate tyres.
This is going to hurt the top 5 right now. I would, to be honest, this put Womax on the front foot for the win.
Yep. Where did that come from? Look at that stoop behind.
Absolutely nowhere.
And I think Mark Hodgson has had a moment. Yes, he's lost it there at the left and right. He's facing the wrong way and he's gone down.
Safety car in this lap.
And what are the guys?
Will the top 5 pit?
They have to. They have to pit.
They've got no choice. In my opinion, they've got to. There's just no grip on those tyres.
They're just going to spin anyway. Look at this. Scott's retired. I mean, we expected safety cars, we expected broken noses.
Oh dear.
We didn't expect this.
No, and Martin did let us know that there was chance of rain towards the end.
Shadow Cobra's staying out, he's going to risk it. Guy does
so
as well.
Sky Guy's gone.
And Fox River 8 as well as Alex.
They all have. Steady, lads.
Oh, look at that, they've all gone into the wall. Emiliano, Alex has spun around. Oh, look at this. This is Shadow Cobra. Look, he can't even get it going. They're all bunched up now. And there's going to be some more yellows, I think. Shadow Cobra gets
Emiliano's gone round and has lost a lot of places, yeah.
And Alex is trying to get it break down.
up to 4th.
And I can imagine this could be a fair bit more.
Shadow Cobra's got a 1.6 second lead. He's just got to keep it pointing in that right direction.
But he's got half a lap and this lap to do. He's struggling through the left and right.
No.
And Stubbs going up around the outside. He gets blocked in there by the slower car of Shadow Cobra. Guy's got into the lead. Smith has taken the lead.
Smith leads on the inters. Stubbs second.
Oh no, Stubbs lost it.
Oh.
And this is going to be very tricky.
In my opinion, though, all Shadow Cobra's got to do is make sure he finishes ahead of Fox. That's all he needs to do.
And look at that, Fox River 8 is actually getting up along the inside of him now. And we saw Vans Racing go. I think someone went into the wall. That was Emiliano. He's lost it in the castle section. And it is an absolute struggle to pick who we're going to focus on.
I bet
got
Grimmo's just DNF'd.
He was on a set of inters.
Smith's got a 4-second lead over Stube on this lap now. It's gone up to 5. I bet you right now Shadow Cobra is absolutely kicking himself.
Not coming in, absolutely. Guy decides.
Same with Emiliano, but Guy's staying up there. Guy's just pitted.
Alex has retired. Fox with 8.
Alex has retired. Fox is still going.
Oh, look at that. He's gone very wide at turn 1. That's allowed Vans and Womax through. And
Stubbs hit the wall. Lost his wing.
Final lap now. He'll just want to try and keep it clean as best he can. And Shadow Cobra still behind Fox River 8, so championship wise Fox River 8 will close up 2 points as
Van's slightly outbraking himself and Womax gets up to 3rd. I mean, even though he's got no front wing, well, it's a bit of an ask, but how can Stu finish in front of his teammates even without a front wing? Because he's.
I think the tyre grip is more than enough of that. Just look at that. I mean, Womax and Vans racing are now peering down Stubbs' neck.
I mean, we've got Smith coming now to take the Jecken flag after this. Well, not far off now, but coming to win the race after such a absolute manic.
Stubbs retired from 2nd place.
Oh no!
No front wing, went straight on into the wall.
Yeah, we've got Smith now coming to take the Jecken flag now. So after such a manic last few laps. Absolute
crazy.
Manic.
It feels like there was 3 parts to this race, and I tell you what, you only need to lead in the final bit of it to be crowned the winner. And look at that, Smith 96 has done just that, wins the race. You've got to keep your head round back.
Womax will be coming in 2nd, and then Vans will be coming home in 3rd.
Look at that. So an Alfa Romeo and a Ferrari and a Haas on the podium, all Ferrari powered. Night Shadow, resident Scotsman, he finishes 4th. Fox with 8 pleased with that, 10 points. 5th. Shadow Cobra is going to be 6th, I think. Yes, he is.
Yes.
Guy behind, he'll be kicking himself. He didn't pit earlier because look at that, he's just behind. Single track, great result. To no front wing, but hopefully you'll still be able to bring this one home in 11th place.
Quick question: have you got enough energy left for the next one?
I'm always tired after the first one. But it is single track.
Grief.
He finishes in 8th place. Emiliano's on those mediums still.
I tell you something just very quickly. I take my hat off to all the drivers, especially in those last few laps, because we've seen at the start of the race how tricky Baku can be in the dry, but as soon as you add wet water into the mix, it just becomes even more treacherous. And I take my hat off to everybody towards the end of that one.
So Womax popped up as the driver of the day. It is Grimmo who wins this one. Vans Racing, you can see that the Haasman in 3rd place.
And like you say, Ferrari power, all 3.
All 3 timed their stops to perfection, took the risk, took the gamble, and it paid off for them tonight. We'll go through those results real quickly. Now, there we go. So Smith 96 is your winner here from this one for 4th place. Full 25 points go to him. Rumax, driver of the day, is second from 18th. Vans Racing up onto the podium 2 from outside the top 10. Night Shadow finishes 4th, up 10 places. Fox River 8 finishes where he started in 5th. Shadow Cobra in 6th. So a few positions gained there for Fox River 8 in the championship. Guy, Single Track, Emiliano and Mark Hodgson will finish, will round out points finishers. Stube, BGR and Alex are 11, 12 and 13. Alex leading our retirements here. Grimo 83, Scott 83, Connor, Redcar, Simba, Ghetto, M. Paskov, all retirements from this one. Well, Tier 1 will be up in just a few minutes, so hopefully you'll stick around for that one. Canada next week. This tier will go down to the wire. Do join us next week at 7 o'clock for Canada. From both me and Carl here tonight, thank you very much and good night.
Night.